had this idea for a video last night, so here it is. My take on books that feel like heartbreak without saying I love you. The first book on the list is titled Never Let Me Go, and it was written by Kazuo Ishiguro. I would describe this as a quiet horror that's been wrapped in softness. It's told from the perspective of Kathy H., a woman looking back on her life in a boarding school called Hailsham, which seems innocent at first, until you slowly realize what these children are being raised for. There's no melodrama, no big emotional breakdowns. Everything is told in this calm, almost detached tone. But underneath it all is this unbearable grief. The characters don't rage or rebel. They just try to find meaning, love, and connection in a world that never gave them a chance. It's a book where no one says, I love you in the way we expect, but it aches with unspoken love, loss, and the helplessness of being human in a system that doesn't care. You finish it and it just sits in your chest like a quiet funeral. The second book on the list is titled Giovanni's Room, and it was written by James Baldwin. This one is drenched in yearning, regret, identity, and heartbreak. It follows David, an American man in Paris who falls in love with an Italian bartender named Giovanni. But David can't accept or live openly with that love, and that denial is the engine of the book's pain. Baldwin writes with such elegance and intensity that even the quietest moments feel like they're burning. There's no safety, no resolution, just a man torn apart by fear, shame, and what could have been. It's not just a love story, it's a tragedy of self-erasure, of letting go before ever really holding on. You can feel the heartbreak in every sentence, but no one ever says, I love you the way they want to. It's all subtext, all pressure, all sorrow. Giovanni's Room doesn't just break your heart, it makes a home in it. The third book on the list is titled The Remains of the Day, and it was written by Kazuo Ishiguro. This one is all about suppressed grief, quiet dignity, and a lifetime of emotional repression. It follows Stevens, an aging English butler, as he looks back on his years of service and the choices he made, especially the ones he didn't. Stevens is a man who's buried everything for the sake of duty. His loyalty to a flawed employer, his denial of his own feelings, his refusal to speak love when it was standing right in front of him. All of it builds this slow, aching tragedy. The heartbreak comes not from what happens, but from what never does. There's no explosive moment, just a series of small silences, missed chances, and one man realizing far too late what he's lost. It's a masterclass in restraint, in longing, in the sadness of a life half-lived. The Remains of the Day doesn't raise its voice, but it still leaves you wrecked. The fourth book on the list is titled The End of the Affair, and it was written by Greene. This one is soaked in love, loss, bitterness, and the search for faith. It's a story about an affair between a writer, Maurice, and Sarah, the wife of a jealous and vengeful man. The affair is passionate, but it's also deeply flawed, and it ends in a way that leaves both of them broken. Greene masterfully explores the complexity of love, not as a pure, idealized feeling, but as something tangled up with guilt, faith, and self-deception. Maurice's obsession with Sarah is painful and all-consuming, and Sarah's own inner turmoil makes her actions both heartbreaking and frustrating. What makes this book stand out is the heavy focus on faith and redemption. The characters struggle with forgiveness, not just with each other, but with themselves and with God. It's about trying to hold on to love, but also realizing that love might not be enough to heal everything. In the end of the affair, love doesn't come without its darkness. It's bittersweet and devastating. So yeah, that's my list. I'm not sure if anyone will agree, disagree, or even watch this, but I wanted to put it together anyway. If you made it this far, thank you. And if not, well, I guess this part won't matter much.